Once you've logged in with your username and password, this will be the home screen that you're taken to. And as you can see here, uh, this lists all of the classes that I've actually already created and use with my current students. So I've got discussion group A through K, as well as English 2 periods 1 through 8, 1, 3, 6, 7, and 8. So I use these periods for when I want students to submit essay and writing assignments. And then what I've done is I've created a different class for each discussion group for all of my students. And the reason why there's A through K is I've got roughly about 10 to 12 students in each group, and they're students who are not in the same class as the periods. So when they're participating in the discussion boards, they're actually having discussions with students who are in different classes as them, which is kind of nice because online discussion boards act differently than in-class discussions. So hypothetically, period 1 could have a discussion that's completely different than periods 3 on the same topic, yet when students from period 1 and period 3 go to talk in their discussion board or to type in their discussion board, it offers a wider array of perspectives on whatever topic it is that they're posting on. So the other thing that's nice about creating so many discussion groups and having just a limited amount of students in each discussion group is that you're able to really differentiate in terms of their writing ability levels. So, and that's actually what I did with all of these. My group A has students who are a higher caliber of writing compared to, say, group J or K, where I know that these students aren't as good at writing, may make more grammar mistakes, spelling mistakes. If I took students with a lower writing ability and I put them in the same discussion board as students who have a higher writing ability, that can be kind of intimidating for my struggling writers. So really, again, allows you to differentiate instruction. All right. As far as when you first log in, you won't have any classes created, so what you want to do is come over here to the Add Class button. You'll click Add Class. You want to keep it as a standard class, and you'll have to give it a name. So for purposes of this, we'll give it Discussion Group 1. Create an enrollment password, and make sure it's something that's easy to remember. So I'm just going to do book. Pick a subject area, pick your student ages, and then the class start date and class end date are already there for you. So once you've filled in all this information, you click submit, and it says, congratulations, you just created a class. All right. Shows you the class ID number, which will also show up if you look over here on your main screen what that class ID number is, but then it also lets you know what that enrollment password is. And again, we put book in here. So this information is what you are going to need to give to your students with the corresponding class that you want them to enroll in. They need this information so that they can join the class. All right. Click continue, and there it is, Discussion Group 1. Once you've determined what discussion groups you want to have all of your students assigned to, and you've created all of those different discussion group classes through what I just got done showing you, then that's when you'll need to take time in class where you give students their corresponding class ID along with that enrollment password. Your students will have to create a username and password. All they need is an email, a username and a password. And then what they'll see when they log in is an option that says enroll in a class, and that's where they'll input the class ID and the enrollment password. Once students have successfully enrolled in a class, as the instructor, you'll be able to see by going into that specific class that was created, you'll be able to see by clicking on the students what students enrolled successfully. Okay. So we are in discussion group 1, This is what screen the students will see once they click on the discussion group that they enrolled in. And what a lot of times what you'll get is students will say, I don't have the discussion boards, and that's where you need to remind them, well, no, this is the assignment tab. Make sure you click on the discussion tab, because then that takes them to the actual discussion boards. Okay, and here in the discussion boards is where they will see all of the different topics that you have posted that they will need to reply to. So we haven't posted any topics yet. So once you're in here as the instructor, you'll want to go over here to the Post a New Topic button. And this screen pops up. Give your topic a title. For purposes of this, we're just going to say test title. The start date is when you want the students to be able to have access to start posting. The end date, you can decide when students are no longer allowed to post. I always put this at the farthest date away possible, yet I still give students a due date that they have to respond by. Okay. The moderator, keep it as unmoderated. If you choose your name, it's just going to become a headache for you and a bigger hassle, because by clicking your name and making it be moderated, you will have to approve every single post that has been posted by students. And if you have 150 students, and they're doing their initial post and replying to 2 other posts, that's 450 things that you'll have to approve. So again, keep that unmoderated. Anonymous replies, you want it to stay as no, because you want students to have their name attached to whatever it is that they're typing. If you would click yes, then students could post something on there. It could be inappropriate. You wouldn't know who posted it, and it's just kind of a CYA thing. Okay. Topic description, then, this is where you're going to put your prompt in, or whatever it is that you want them to reply to. So we'll just put reply to the following post or prompt, and you can just put 1, 2, 3, whatever directions is that you want. Your students will see this once they go to post. So if we do that, you click submit, and there is that first discussion board topic that you've created. Okay, this is what the students will see when they go into their discussion group and click on the discussion tab. And then when they are ready to reply, that's where they click on this. Here's the prompt description. And this button right here is what students will click when they're ready to begin their reply. Okay. Now, if we're turned in for some reason, I don't know what this is right here. It does show the prompt that you posted, but it always puts these little characters in, and I'm not really sure. Just tell your students to ignore that. But here's where they can type their post and then click submit reply to topic. And it's that simple. Here's a good example of 2 discussion board posts that Chris actually did with her accelerated students class. And I wanted to show these because this gives examples of the different routes that you can take as far as the types of topics that you would post on Turnitin. For this one, she did a discussion board topic on the piece of nonfiction, Chew on This. This is more of a piece that's looking for textual evidence. It's really more so about finding things from the text and using that to support your discussion, similar to what we do on Marygrove's Blackboard. And then this one is more of an opinion piece. It's a pre-reading journal post that she did. So let's take a look at the Chew on This discussion board topics. And what I like about what Chris did is that she gives them a 3 to 4 paragraph minimum requirement, and then she breaks down 1, 2, 3, 4 what each paragraph should be about. So it says, explain your opinion of the book. How is it biased against fast food companies? Describe the author's purpose. Publishing this book for young people, and then how has your outlook changed about the food we consume? And then she also put in here, respond to at least 2 other small group members identified in class. And if you look, these kids' responses are pretty lengthy, right? The other thing that's nice is Chris actually went over with her students the etiquette for how to reply to someone else's post. That you always address the person so that they know that you are responding to their post. And what's nice about Turned In is that it also labels them. So 1.1 shows that this is the first response to the first post, second response to the first post. 1.2, we get further down. Here's the second post and the first response to the second post. So as you can see, the type of writing that you're going to get out of your students using a discussion board is really nice. It's a lot easier for them to do this than to sit down and write an entire essay, and I feel like you're covering those same skills. So there's that one. And if we go back, the To Kill a Mockingbird one, again, she gives them a paragraph requirement, minimum requirement, 3 paragraphs here, and she breaks it down for them, right? Respond to the above quote, explaining what it means and the importance or value of seeing life from another person's perspectives. It has to do with thematic elements from the novel To Kill a Mockingbird. Here, this student broke it down, paragraph 1, paragraph 2, paragraph 3, right? And here the response, they broke it down correspondingly, paragraph 1, paragraph 2, paragraph 3. So look at these responses, though. Quite impressive. So here's some good examples, and in the presentation we'll show further on, or in a little bit more detail, great examples of responses.